opponent, Maximilian Staudacher, playing Goblin Guide. Or sorry, Goblin. Well, he is playing Goblin Guide, but he's playing Goblins, and we're going to be
Goblin Grenade.
Goblin Grenade. And okay. Sorry about that pause. And we're going to be playing that top 4 now. The winner of this match is going to be playing against either, I believe, Jerry Thompson or
I'm trying to remember who won the other match last night.
Was that not
Right.
Ben? That was
Brian Brondin.
Brian Brondwin, yes.
Yes.
And that's a Clawblade semi-mirror match. So
Yeah.
we're going to go right to the action with the Goblin deck with Goblin Grenades playing against the Hero of Bladehold based Clawblade deck.
So there's Max on your left and Ben on your right. Yeah. So as opposed to Jerry's list or Edgar's list, I guess more people have reference to Ben's list has Hero, Bladehold, and Blade Splicer, much like Tim's list from 2 weeks ago. Other than that, the base is pretty much the same. He has main deck Oblivion Rings, which Edgar didn't have, but Jerry has moved back to this week.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that Ben Friedman does have, now both players have had access to each other's lists. That is the practice here at the Star City Games Open Series. And so there are no surprises that they have in store for each other. Ben Friedman has one of the most problematic cards for an aggressive deck. He's got 2 Gideon Jira's.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the Jace Valerians that Edgar and Jerry have been playing, so doesn't have these sort of dead cards. In exchange, he has Blade Splicer, which blocks down. It actually trumps every creature in combat that Max has, bar maybe Goblin Chieftain guy. I mean, some of these are assuming that the actual Splicer is still in play, but I mean, at 3/3, all these creatures are base 2/2 or smaller.
Right. Now, one of the other things that Ben has is Ben, unlike a deck like we have been seeing in the past, like Edgar Flores' list, he has access to Oblivion Ring, which gives him kind of a very versatile answer. We've got our opening turns here. Turn 2 starts off, there's a Spike Shot Elder with Max coming with a Goblin Bushwhacker, coming in for 4 damage. On the other side of the table, Ben Friedman has just a Celestial Colonnade, is at 16 now, when he passes the turn back.
Max untaps.
I feel like game 1, here we go, attack for 2, knocking Ben down to 14. The key turn here for Ben is whether he gets a Blade Splicer on turn 3, I think.
I think Max mulligans. I think he mulled a 5 based on the counter cards.
End of the turn, we see it into the Royal. Max gets a free point of damage in before his Spike Shot Elder goes back to hand.
Committing a bit to the Pat Sullivan Book of Plays. Yeah, the Spike Shot Elder is going to activate it over and over and over until they deal with it.
And here's the Blade Splicer, giving himself a 3/3 Golem.
Passing back, or waiting for the judge to hand them the token. Yeah. Yeah, Ben's deck is definitely better set up than something like Edgar's deck to deal with this Goblin Rush.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he's got more ways. Well, actually, the double Gideon Jira is a huge deal, but he does not have timely reinforcements, which is actually pretty good.
Well, the card Blade Splicer it just really kind of brick walls everything.
And here we have 4th land.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he has Lightning Bolt, Goblin Grenade, and a Spike Shot Elder in hand, so probably just going to play the Elder and continue activating. Ben's
Cast the Lightning Bolt on the creature. Cast the Spike Shot Elder, says go.
I think I would have just played the Elder, activated sometime on maybe the Blade Splicer, maybe the face. No need to bolt the creature until, you know, it's established that you're going to get more damage that way.
Hero of Bladehold? Nope, another Blade Splicer.
Yep. Yeah, I think that if you hold the bolt, you can start going for the face. And, you know, here you could probably, in some way, win a race here, as opposed to just having to use your burn and not have to. There's no reason to manage the creatures if you're not going to break through anyways.
Yeah. I mean, what's going to happen is Ben going to start attacking with the golems.
I think he might start attacking with the 1/1s. Golem's doing a good job of
But I mean, he burned the golem, though. So the question is, why kill it if he's going to hold back with it, and you can just keep
Yeah.
zodding for 1.
Yeah.
Here's the 5th mana. A Gideon would be devastating here.
Yes. Yep. There we
There
go.
he is. That is the best natural spring that a player can play these days.
It's even better now because it basically just abysses all of Max's guys. I think Max is to commit to shooting down the Blade Splicers right here.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting down the Blade Splicers, it's more so saving a Spike Shot Elder. Like, one of them is going to die regardless to the Golem token, probably, but... Yeah, so that would have been 1,
End of the
2,
turn.
11, 3, 4, 8, 5. Yeah, he could have potentially had Ben at 3 life if he had played the Lightning Bolt and
Oh my goodness
the Spike
gracious
Shot Elder
me.
shot. Misses the shot.
He still got his hand on that land, but okay, there we go. I thought he was going to miss the use of the
Yeah.
Spike Shot Elder.
Yeah.
That was totally kosher there.
Yeah, he could have had Ben at 3 if he had left mana up for the Spike Shot Elder that one turn, and instead of choosing to bolt the Golem, he could have bolted his face, so that put Ben into reasonable burn range. I think his line here is he's kind of committed to keeping the board open. I think he has to grenade down the token and then shoot down the Blade Splicer, but he has to shoot down the Blade Splicer regardless with the Spike Shot Elder.
Yeah, he's in a miserable position right now.
Yeah.
Shoots the Blade Splicer. Looks like it's going to be grenade the face. Block. Gideon
Yeah.
drops down. And then the Gideon can just finish off that Spike Shot Elder.
Yeah. And there's another Blade Splicer in the waiting, it looks like. Yeah, and Ben's going to pass back with Spike Pierce and into the Royal Mana Op. Yeah, I think that the key decision point was bolting the token instead of just saving it for the face.
Right, well, let's see if that ends up... Oh, look at that, there's a lightning bolt in
That
the
would
hand.
have, if he had shot him instead of playing the other guy, and also saved the bolt, that would be lethal.
Well, depending... Lethal into a person without necessarily any resistance.
I mean,
See,
it
he's
would
got
be
enough
lethal
mana.
through a mana leak.
Mana leak, he's got 4 mana, so yeah.
Yeah. Six.
And now, if we look at the amount of damage that's possible from
Ben?
from Ben, I mean,
If he had a land, it
he's
would
got
have been
11
lethal.
damage that he can potentially dish
Yeah.
out this turn.
If he had a land for that colony, that would have been lethal. But it looks like he did not. Looks like his hand is into the Royal Dismember and Spell Pierce. Chooses to keep both on top, it looks like. Draws a land, I believe. Probably debating whether he wants to just plus the Gideon and then attack with his guys, which I think is right.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't actually increase his clock by attacking with Gideon, so just using the Gideon as an insurance policy is great.
Right. I mean, he could be slow rolling a guy waiting for a Goblin Bushwhacker or something. Better to not risk it.
I mean, because what are you actually gaining? You're not actually gaining anything. End of the turn, lightning bolt the face.
Down to 5, but no Goblins for any top deck grenades.
It's a chief, not going to be good enough.
Nope. Still facing down lethal on board. Packs it up.
The thing is, as you noticed at the beginning of this game, Max mulligan, you said a double mulligan? It looked
Yeah,
like?
it looked like a double mulligan.
Yeah,
but,
and he knocked down Ben to an incredibly low life total.
He actually had a
based
line
on
of play
that.
where he could have put Ben to burn range and won.
Now, the thing
Unless I
about,
missed the amount of damage that we would have taken. He could have been like... yeah, it's possible that he was dead on the swing there, as opposed to not having the turn to draw the lightning bolt, but...
now Ben Friedman isn't probably going to board in all of these cards, but his reasonable cards to bring in are 2 Spellskite, 3 Day of Judgment, 2 Ratchet Bomb, 4 Timely Reinforcements, and a
Okay.
Condemn.
He might just board all of these in. You know,
I mean,
I can see that happening pretty easily. Like, Sword of Peace and Famine is probably not the best here.
Yeah.
Spell Pierce probably isn't that great here. Let's see what else can we...
So for those of you who are just joining us today, this is the top 4 of the Star City Games Open Series here in sunny Pittsburgh. I'm Adrian Sullivan. I'm here with Ari Lax. And one of the things that we do at these top 8s is we give away some premium. And how many months of premium are we going to be giving away this round?
I believe it's 6.
6 rounds of premium. And how do you get this 6 months, not 6 rounds. 6 months of premium. How do you get this? Well, we're going to have a little trivia question for you. And what you want to do is you want to respond to this trivia question at the hashtag SCGPremium. And we're going to put that question up on Twitter. So respond on Twitter, hashtag SCGPremium. And one of the people that gets the correct answer, they'll be given 6 months of free premium at the end of the round after this round is over. So the question I'm going to have then for our listeners out there is the opponent of Maximilian Staudacher in the top 8 yesterday was playing the only other deck in the top 8 without Squadron Hawks. He was playing a combo deck.
So.
What 2-card combo was his opponent playing in the top 8 yesterday? Maximilian Staudacher's top 8 opponent.
Yeah.
What 2-card combo was he playing? And put that answer to our Twitter hashtag SCGPremium.
Yep. We'll get back to you with the winner of that at the end of the round. So looking back to sideboarding, Ben definitely has enough cards to board out for all of this red hate. So what is Max boarding in? Probably, does he want Mana Barbs maybe?
He maybe wants Mana Barbs. Mana Barbs is good if you can get establish the board in a better way than your opponent. And the question he has to ask himself is, does his board work? Is he going to have a better board position? Well,
looking at this, he probably... I could see him also just not changing anything. I can see Searing Blaze, Goblin Grenade, Lightning Bolt all being great. I can see all the creatures being good, Goblin Guide, Bushwhacker, Spike Shot Elder, Ember Hauler, War Driver, Chieftain, Lavamancer, and Fire Slinger is fine because of all the blockers that are just going to clog up the board here. Things definitely get a lot worse for Max post board. It looks like Ben came very prepared for red decks today, but it's not like he can't just randomly kill him for sure. So I'd have to give the edge to Ben here, but Max is definitely not out of this. The card Goblin Grenade just, it presents so much reach. The card that Max might have wanted here that he doesn't have access to is Hero of Oxid Ridge, though. But his main deck obviously can't support it off the mana that he has right now, but it might be a better sideboard card than Mana Barbs against all these call decks.
Well, Mana Barbs isn't just for Clawblade, though.
Sure. How much Valakut have we seen around?
Well, there's other decks. Any combo deck that's good against any more controlling deck.
Sure.
So our players have finished sideboarding. Looking at their opening hands here, we're going to find out if we're going to see Mana Barbs or not. Mana Barbs is one of the all-time classic sideboard cards for Red.
Yeah.
If you've never faced down a Mana Barbs, it's a surprising and scary thing to see on the table when you're not used to it.
Though to be fair, I've seen several red players kill themselves with their own Mana Barbs, get locked out of the game by their own Mana Barbs.
Well, like many cards like that, you have to play it right.
It doesn't look like Max did board the card in. He plays Mountain and passes, it looks like. Ben's going to preordain on turn 1. Either digging for probably action or lands, one or the other. You don't really preordain on one when you're just kind of looking at a hand that has everything. He's both on top. Draws a spell, probably just looking for things to do. Max has a War Driver here.
You were kind of calling this a mini Lord, and I think that's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Squadron Hawk?
Ratchet
Bomb. It's a good card against goblins.
Looks like Ben also has a Timely Reinforcement.
Did he just top deck a Goblin Guide?
Yep. He did in fact have a Goblin Guide there. Looks like his hand's Lightning Bolts, Goblin Guide.
Mana Barbs and something.
That might be an Ember Hauler?
Comes in here for 5 total. Reveal with the guide. What does the guide say? The guide says...
Condemn.
Pretty good card right now.
Yeah. I think Max here is just trying to get in as much damage as possible before he can stick that mana barbs.
1 on the Ratchet Bomb. I believe I see a mana leak in Ben's hand.
There's a mana leak that he preordained and kept. I think Max's hand is Lightning Bolt, Searing Blaze, Mana Barbs, and Land. But Ben does not have an untapped land for his timely reinforcements. Max untaps, draws another War Driver.
Now, he knows that there's a Condemn there, but you just have to push right into it. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? You can't sit back.
Reveals
Timely
another
reinforcement?
timely reinforcements.
That's some pain.
Yep.
And we're going to see Dead Goblin Guide,
Yep.
and perhaps just the 2 damage. He accepts the 2 and leaves himself the Condemn in hand.
Yep. Probably wants to leave the War Driver in place so he can start timely reinforcements.
Yeah,
Get
that
some
makes
life,
sense.
get some guys. I think Max
Now, here's
is-
how Max is an interesting question. If the Timely Reinforcements is cast, does he kill his own War Driver with that Lightning Bolt?
I don't think so. I think that his question here is whether he plays War Driver or Mana Barbs.
There's a second War Driver.
I mean, timely reinforcements makes Mana Barbs a little bit awkward.
Cast Mana Leak.
Yep.
And Timely Reinforcements back up to 19 and 3 creatures. That card single-handedly is one of the reasons that I am considering not touching red for a while in Standard.
Maybe another year or so.
Yeah. I mean, people are afraid of Core Firewalker. I could care less about Core Firewalker. That card,
In a world of Dismember, Core Firewalker is not that big of a problem.
even before Dismember, I didn't care.
Really?
Yeah, like this card is like life right away, and a lot of cards in the board. That means that you can probably trade with anything
Yeah.
small, and you can't just, swarm in with what you have, because
Yeah.
you're probably going to have everything get chumped with
Yeah.
lots of trading.
I mean, even if you're just blocking to save life, it's upwards of 3 mana gain 12. That is so much against a red deck.
Yeah. End of the turn, Searing Blaze, 3 and 3.
Puts Ben to 16.
All that work to get him to 16. And remember, Ben still has Condemn in hand.
Yeah.
There's a Goblin Grenade.
I think he just wants to slam the Mana Barbs here. Don't attack, play the Mana Barbs, and just try and put Ben into a situation where your 8 points of burn in hand are going to be enough.
And you hope for no Spell Pierce.
I can't see him leaving in Spell Pierce. He has too many other red cards to
He's
board.
like, there we go, it's down.
Ben's likely going to timely reinforcements back up to 19. Or no, he does not going to do that. He wants more guys off of it later, maybe. He doesn't really want us to play gain 6. Yeah.
It takes 5 damage.
Goes to 11. Gideon up.
And right now Max is just wanting to find some more damage.
That's
Ember
what he
Hauler,
wanted.
that is awesome.
I think he just grenades to the face, plays the Ember Hauler, and passes.
I think you're correct.
Puts Ben into a situation where he basically can't cast any more spells.
See it, Max? He's doing the counting. He's doing the counting pointing.
Yeah, if you shoot Ben down to 6, play the Ember Hauler and pass, you still have the Lightning Bolt up, so if Ben timely reinforcements again, use Bolt and he dies.
That's correct.
Yep, I like that play. Put Ben into a situation where he can't actually use his mana for the rest of the game. He might not need to with that 8 power on board, but, probably better off there than anywhere else.
There you go. There you go, Max. Yes.
You. Not Gideon, you.
Please go to 6 life.
Max goes to 17 here. 15 for this Ember Hauler. Passes back. Could also see Ben condemning his own creatures here.
Well, that doesn't actually give him any... well, he can condemn his own Gideon.
Yeah, if
We should be careful about how loudly we say that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty empty room. Normally, you know, we'll have a lot more people, but it's early and the draft challenge hasn't started yet. So
And people are still tired. It's just...
Here we see Ben perhaps casting timely reinforcements.
Ben.
He's like, I'll take 3 to timely reinforcements. Just for the 6th life?
Oblivion.
Oh, Oblivion Ring is pretty good.
No, no.
It's okay, it's okay. You can just let it sit there. There's no reason to do anything. And then he goes, there, respond. Zot, zot, zot. So if we see what happened there with that Mana Barbs, right? That Mana Barbs did 8 damage by itself.
Yeah. That's a lot.
When you're talking about a deck with Goblin Grenade, zing. Like,
Yeah, I guess you're right, because if he mana leaks, he then has the option of condemning his own Gideon with knowing about that. So
Yeah.
you're right in just letting him pass.
you know, okay, I'm excited about red again. Mana Barbs, Goblin Grenade. That's some good stuff. That's good magic.
Get some real red cards.
Back in the day, people, and when I say back in the day, I mean ancient times, people thought Mana Barbs was no good, but as red became more popular, Circle of Protection red was a more popular card. That's a hard card to beat when you're red and you don't have access to disenchant effects.
Mana Barbs is
And
pretty
then
good against that.
Mana Barbs was the eventual answer that some genius came up with. I don't know who it was, but like it was one of those things that once people saw it, we were like, wow.
Yeah. So it's not always the answer. I remember playing against Mana Barbs with the Battle Pit last year, and I would just like, okay, well, I'm gonna use this Colony Heart Expedition and play and get 2 mountains, and I'll 6 you with one.
Right,
I'll
right,
bolt
right.
you.
Oh, you know,
But
I'm just talking about.
It's definitely awesome. It's like these blue-white decks.
Yeah, well, it's awesome against so much. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, the problem with Mana Barbs is if you end up behind on the board, then suddenly you are in the position where the Mana Barbs are not going to have any sympathy for your situation.
Yeah. It's a very aggressive red card.
Yeah, Mana Barbs, Fire Blast,
Yeah.
Goblin Grenade. I'm thinking about making a Legacy Goblins list that's Goblins Burn. The rest of today, we're going to be, after this top 4 is finished, we'll have one more round where we're going to crown a standard open champion, and then we're going to get to the Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am going to be willing to bet that you will not see a deck with Mana Barbs, Fire Blast, and Goblin Grenade in the Legacy tournament if you were to go through every list in the event. But maybe next time you will come up with a genius masterpiece like this
I don't know.
that can still beat Hivemind.
Mana Barbs might be a little ambitious for that format, but
Yeah,
I'd be
well,
okay with, Fire Blast and, I mean, Fire Blast goes well with the other 2 best burn spells of all time, Wild Nacatl and Steplinks. Or I guess Steplinks isn't really good anymore, but, So a bit of an interesting note, a blue-white pure steel deck, top 16, similar to Caleb Durwood's and Nate Pease's build. But the difference was that he added Squadron Hawks.
Nice. Oh, that wasn't in the deck? Wow, I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They had like Core Firewalker and Glint Hawk. But Squadron Hawks are set. So players considering their hands,
He says,
Ben's keeping,
Yeah,
Max
Max
mulligans
Monk.
again.
now, one of the things that was interesting there is, as we can see with these face cameras, if you were paying attention to both players, Max was really, really watching Ben while Ben made his decision. And after Ben made his decision, like, then he pretty much was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to mulligan. But he was trying to get a read on Ben. So he must have had a hand that was pretty close.
Yeah.
For those of you who are just joining us here, it's the top 4 of the Star City Games Open Series. Good morning, I'm Adrian Sullivan, and I'm here with Ari Lax.
Hi. And we are currently watching Max Staudacher with Goblins play against Ben Friedman with Hero Blade, I guess is what it's being called these days.
So yeah, we've actually got at least three 3 Squadron Hawk decks in the top 8 that are different archetypes: a Hero Blade, a Caw Blade, and
yeah.
a Myria Blade.
Well, Hero Blade, Dark Shift or what?
Night Shift. As Glenn called it, Night Shift.
Yeah. The count on Squadron Hawk decks in the top 16 was 10, I believe, based on what I was looking at real fast.
Max keeps his hand after the first mulligan. Ben lands go. It's an island.
Max draws
Mana Barbs. Goblin Guide here. Goblin Guide.
Spike Shot.
Spike Shot's okay. Spike Shot Elder and and Mana Barbs, not a great combo, but there we go. First of the many Squadron Hawks.
It can do the last few. You stack the Mana Barbs trigger, shoot them in response. Because Mana Barbs does trigger when you tap the land.
Yep. You're going to see a probably a War Driver.
Yep. War Driver and probably some Squadron Hawks getting shot down by this 1/1. This match is starting to make me reevaluate that card, you know. I threw a lot of hate on it over the...
Which card?
Spike Shot Elder. I've been throwing a lot of hate on it over the past year, but, you know, it does grind you some good value if you're rolling late. A couple burn here and there.
Preordain.
Looking for a land, I think. There we go.
Is that a Bushwhacker?
Yeah, I think he has 2 Bushwhackers in hand. I think you just ship with the War Driver.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
War Driver by himself.
Yeah.
And then
Pass the turn.
use your Elder if you need to.
Ooh, no.
I do not like that.
I don't like that play.
I really don't like that play.
You're just letting him trade Squadron Hawks off here. So yeah.
That's a 3/1. That's a 3/1.
You just traded.
I'll just throw these away.
Yeah, you just traded your Bushwhacker and your Spike Elder for 0 damage. If you just pass and shoot him. Yeah, that seems ambitious. I think Ben's gonna come back here with the timely reinforcements.
I mean, Ben is now down to 17, and
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Even that is not fun for our hero. Our hero being the little goblins.
Our hero not being the person with heroes.
Right. Star City Games' own Ricky Hayashi is showing up, looking really slick, and he's going to play some Legacy today, I hope.
I guess he's not.
No,
He did play yesterday.
He played yesterday in the
Grand
Standard.
Architect. Oh, I guess he's drafting.
Oh, he's here to draft.
Ooh. So yeah, we have these draft opens.
Yeah.
And if you're here today, you could play against the one and only Ricky Hayashi.
We get Mana Barbs from Max Staudacher, and I'm going to say I am not at all afraid to claim that Mana Barbs is going to bite Max
It is
right
good.
in wherever he gets bit. Take 3.
No, guess not. Yeah,
I would have let that thing sit.
I probably would have. Well, he has a lot of cards in hand. Ben might just be afraid of burn.
Ben was at 17 life. I would just be like, that's fine. Let's see what you do with this 3/3 for a second. Afterwards, we'll deal with that Mana Barbs.
Did Ben just? Oh no, he has the other Hawk in hand. There we go. Well, that looks like a hand about to be dumped into play. Goblin Guide. And Goblin Guide. Bushwhacker.
Here we go. That's pretty good. Okay, that's coming in for 3, 7, 11, 14.
So,
Chump. Blocks 8 of the damage and takes 7, goes down to 7.
it's interesting he didn't choose a trade with the Bushwhacker here.
Well, he's got a Day of Judgment in hand.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I did see that last time I looked at his hand. Yeah.
Zot. Okay.
Blow up the world.
So now
Ben's
Max wants I think probably a
Mana Barb off the top?
Chieftain off the top.
That
Oh,
one?
that's pretty good.
Yeah, Ben's at 7, I believe. Yeah. Well,
That colonnade doesn't look great right now.
there isn't a colonnade actually.
I thought he had one.
No.
Huh, my bad. Okay, Max should not show that mountain. Don't show it. There we go.
So did he block so that he went to 7 or 8? Did he block?
I believe he's at 7.
Yeah, or
I'm not
he couldn't
100%
have blocked
sure.
it, or he. No, the war driver was only 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, he blocked the goblin guys. That's what it is. He should be at 8. We missed that the war driver didn't get the second pump. It wasn't a 4. There we go. So he blocked the 2 goblin guys.
Max lays a war chief.
Or it's a.
Not a war chief. Sorry, a ember hauler.
Yeah.
Land go from Ben, or does he have a timely reinforcements?
He's got a blade splicer and a timely reinforcements, but timely reinforcements is not really that good here.
I think timely reinforcements is pretty good. Getting
No.
himself to more life than his opponent? I think that's pretty good. More life and then 3 creatures?
Well, he goes. No, he doesn't get 3 creatures. Just sacks the ember hauler, goes to the face.
Having more life on a dead table is still good. Remember, there's a mana.
He goes
burst
up to
in play.
11. Yeah, but then he goes back down to 9, which is still risky. I guess 9 means that Gideon Jarrett can come down. He's out of lightning bolt range, which is important numbers. Max smartly holding onto that mountain so he can trigger landfall on Searing Blaze if it's still in his deck.
I hope it's not.
Really?
Like,
I think it's
the reason.
got
Actually, no, he's got a lot of creatures.
Yeah.
Never mind. Here, Steering Blaze is really good in his
Yeah,
deck.
well,
Never mind.
specifically because of
My
Blade
bad.
Slicer. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Blade Slicer was in his deck, I'd agree. But Searing Blaze against Blade Slicer is a pretty good interaction.
Yeah, I agree. I rescind my earlier comment. And here we're going to see, I'm thinking this is going to be the timely reinforcements, and we're going to see what Max does.
Yeah.
He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man.
That mana bar was at the top was backbreaking here.
Takes 3. Oh, maybe not.
I think the concern for Ben is that if he goes for the timely reinforcements and Max's card is a bolt, he's just dead.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Blade Splicer. Wow.
That's
Wow. Okay, wow.
okay. That's
What was that?
That's the bolt. That is it. Bolt you.
Oh. Devastation.
And that is game.
I'll go to 2. How about yeah.
And Goblins takes on
Clap, clap,
Clawblade
clap, clap,
off
clap,
the
clap, clap,
off the back of some timely reinforcements from that mana barbs.
If we look at Ben Friedman's face, he's just like, well then.
Yeah, I boarded in probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 cards, and it wasn't enough there.
For those of you who are just joining us here, I'm Adrian Sullivan.
And I'm Ari Lax.
And welcome. It's an early morning here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Very sunny out, but we're not going to see much light besides the fluorescence.
Yeah.
And we did see a lot of fire, though. It was goblins burning up in 3 games. The Hero Blade version of Clawblade.
Yeah.
And it was basically based on mana barbs hitting the table. I think the mana barbs in the first game did 8 damage by itself.